Hey, Crypto Media friends, coming to you live. Hit that like, subscribe button, the bell notification, any order you want there. This space moves fast, and that's why I do this live. A couple hours ago, gas, $gas, gas token was dropped, and I started hearing about it. And I was just like, is this a meme thing? And I was like, well, it's interesting as a collector, because I think if you're a collector, hey, what's up? Welcome to the show. Like, subscribe. This channel is for creators and collectors, and because I feel like it's all ingrained. You kind of do both. The biggest collector of Picasso is Picasso, right? So in a sense, collecting in this space is part of engaging, especially when it comes to the innovations involved. And so the newest innovation obviously is airdrops, based upon just data that they can get from a programmed into a smart contract, and looking at your wallet, taking information and getting the widest net possible so that they can start with a bang into a couple things. And that's, first and foremost is they will, so you got the holders here. You got a 15%, so 55% is going to go to the airdrop. 30%, I forget, but I know that 15% there is for the 25 contributors, these mysterious 25 contributors. Let's just say that I bet some of them are influencers, because that's who's feeding this machine and this beast, is the influencers. And when you see NFT Machine and Cole, who are sort of like, hey, I'm not affiliated, just sharing, but people I trust said the contract was clean. And so there's a couple of people who are vouching for this contract. And oh god, this guy is everywhere. Was he a wrestler or something? Just a frame of reference I don't get, but this guy is just making hand over fist. He should accept his payments in ETH, because he is the go-to guy when it comes to pumping a project and showing up in everybody's Discord. Pumping the stimmy gas. Is anybody else riding this Gas DAO? And so again, then you get like sort of the Moon Boys, just like, oh man, they come in, maybe they got an ape or mutant ape. It's like mutant ape level of like this level of to the moon pump. And this is kind of what we saw, and everyone's trying to connect it to the SOS run up. It's gonna get super popular by the time Americans wake up tomorrow morning. Hopefully you get this video because you've liked, subscribed, and you hit the bell notification. It's going to be a thing. And those of you in Asia, good morning, welcome. And you have an interesting morning ahead of you, because you have a decision to make. No financial advice here, but it would seem that people saw what SOS did, and again, I do that. And they're going to try and, front run that to a degree. And so I think the pump and dump is going to be pretty hard on this one. I don't know where the legs are and the foundation is for what this is. I feel like I got a stronger sense of SOS, given that it had like an influencer directly tied to it. And so I felt a bit more confident of, and you could see sort of the progress, like within the 24 hours that I was just like, oh, what's this? Interesting. I waited 24 hours. You have 6 months, to do some of these, as well as gas. You have into the summer to claim your tokens. But everyone's going to run into this really hard, and that price is gonna pump. The gas is gonna pump, and but I feel like it's going to be clear that it's going to be a dump, and this is the trend, and it's a dangerous trend because you have the scammers on either side of this who are just loading up ready to, because I think that you can take advantage of, obviously, of people just opening up their wallets in a sense to connect on the websites to these, and there's already fake SOS ones, and so Gas DAO is going to be no different. The big fear is what if this is something that's a big, broad, and sweeping thing that could wipe everyone's wallet clean. Nobody cares, apparently. Everyone's just like, oh, connect me to this website until I get burned. So, but the thing is it's digging into a couple things. Psychologically, we're just so burned by gas in a sense. We've paid so much money, and SOS really helped us see that. I don't know if you guys did it, but it gave you a breakdown of OpenSea spend and how much gas you've used, and it's a lot. So to take and hit some of the DeFi summer people, they're spreading the net maybe even wider. This has this NFTs was it's its own thing, but this is now gas Ethereum network. So they're spreading that net really, really wide here to hit all the DeFi heads who just have sick amounts of gas that they've spent, and saying, hey, we're going to reimburse you that in a sense with our token, and that's going to give you governance. Governance in what? No one knows yet. But I did get a sense that they were looking to become a payment system, which at a trillion is the new 10,000, guys. Apparently, a trillion is the number of tokens here, and you're getting that same relative to how much gas you've spent. You get billions and hundreds of millions of gas tokens, and so gas governance vote to centralize ETH with an AWS server. I don't know what that means. That's sort of odd. I claim gas, but I'm personally not contributing more. This is becoming too easy to market for random ass coins to the community. I get this is nothing new. Doesn't mean we need to participate. But he claimed the gas, didn't he? And so, be careful, guys. Do your own research. Everyone keeps saying that. Do your own due diligence. You know this, hopefully. But it's just a trend that everyone's jumping on board with. And I will say, if you are going to open up that make that connection to the wallet, be sure to close it. Go to your MetaMask, and after you've made the transaction, you've downloaded your coins, or you've taken the airdrop, there's a section, go to that triple button on the right. I don't have mine connected on this, but I would show you triple button on the right, pull it down, and you can disconnect from that website. You can choose which websites you choose to connect with. It's just as like the thing I did right after I got the SOS. I was like, oh cool, SOS tokens, and took a day and really looked at it. And take your time, unless you want to get involved in the pump and dump, because it will pump by tomorrow morning. It might dump a little earlier than SOS because everyone saw what happened with SOS, and now they're just kind of looking for that baseline and the legs in the project. I don't know where the legs are in this one. I'm just saying, as a collector, you probably have spent a lot of ETH on gas fees, on minting, on purchasing art, and engaging in DeFi perhaps earlier in the summer. Throughout the summer, but DeFi summer being that sort of big wave of us that came into the space, and we're looking for what the space was about, and we got a lot of fees. And so if this is something that interests you, it's available for you now. Go to Gas DAO website. Sorry, I took it off. You go to Twitter and gasdao.org. That's the thing. It's you click on the Connect wallet, and that's the big, it's just there's nothing else here but connect your wallet to this thing. And, that's the scary part. I try to look at the about. There's other places that talk a bit more about it in terms of its. There was a very small sentence somewhere in my very, very short research of this. Again, this just happened a couple hours ago, but it doesn't say much other than like they might potentially be a payment system, and I think that it's a very interesting play as a payment system. If you're gonna get this broad sweeping thing, get everybody in their wallets having this, billions of it, and then allowing each other to pay each other, because again, I don't believe that we should be making payments in Ethereum plus gas fees. Like I saw AMC was, oh yeah, we accept Bitcoin and Ethereum. The cost for gas on buying one movie ticket at AMC is 5 times the actual cost of the ticket, and so and again, I feel like being that a store of value is what Bitcoin is. It shouldn't be the thing that we're trading. It's like trading gold today. Like you don't trade gold nuggets, you trade $1, which used to be based on the gold standard. But we'll take it back to the 70s, and that's what we did. Is we traded currency based upon the broader store of value, and so the potential is limitless, as this says. To be the heartbeat and voice of Ethereum network's active users through on and off. There's nothing being said here. Through on and off chain governance, launched as a, because that's the one thing they can promise you. They can promise you some votes. You can vote for some. Launched as a decentralized autonomous organization with a free and fair initial distribution 100 times bigger than the original DAO. The eligible wallets form a broad union between the most active users in DeFi. They're taking, if you spent 15, it's interesting fact, I guess. They're presenting it as a fact that if you spent $15,000 or $1,559, that puts you in sort of the top 10% of, here's the treasury at 30, 10% of Ethereum users. And if you have done any amount of NFT collecting, you are very much further ahead in that spend on that. So we'll be able to submit proposals described in more detail in upcoming post holders with at least 1.78 million gas. It's interesting. I have like the sort of that symbol before the gas. Minimum claimable amount will gain access to the gas holder role in the Discord, so you can join that Discord. Pretty easy, I think, to get the. I think if you're minimum, that's probably the minimum to get 1.78 million. Roughly, it'd probably do 1,500 in gas, just over that. 634,000, 100,000 eligible wallets, according to the following formula. Because there's that minimum and allocation proportional to 0.1 ETH. That's random thing, random net. You spent a lot of money. You probably got a fat wallet. We want a piece of it. So we want you. It's just like a way of checking somebody's credit score, right? Like these guys, you spent a lot of gas. You've been doing some spending. You've got some liquidity pools or something, right? Gas DAO next steps. In the next coming days, we'll publish another post outlining governance structure for Gas DAO. In the meantime, go claim your allocation by visiting our claim website, get involved by joining the Discord, and supporting us on social media and engaging on Twitter. It's not a huge following. Neither was SOS when we first sort of looked at it. Or first started. It's just like everyone's like opening presents, like looking at their phones and like, what is going on? What is this gas? It's got 3,000 members in the thing, so this is a very new thing. Obviously, it just broke a couple hours ago, but by tomorrow morning, it's going to be a thing on your social media feeds. Thanks for liking and subscribing, because you are getting this video now, and you know what's going down in the space by being a friend here on the the space. And so I'm getting loopy here in Los Angeles, so I love being the late night host for you guys. So go, not financial advice, but maybe take a look at this opportunity to get some free coin, some free drops. And maybe down in the comment section, put the liquidity pools that you're finding, because they're just going to pop up. They're just going to keep coming, and it's a nice resource to find. They'll probably end up at SushiSwap and kind of the typical places within the next 24 hours. But again, you have, according to them, months to collect this. So